We are tracking the latest unemployment numbers from the Department of Labor. Its weekly report shows 251,000 first-time applications were filed in the week ending July 16th. That's up 7,000 from the previous week. So Mark Hamrick is here to break down what these numbers mean. He is the Washington Bureau Chief and Senior Economic Analyst for Bankrate.com. Thanks for joining us. We were chit-chatting a little bit, and I'm so confused by these numbers and whether or not they indicate what they used to indicate, because we've talked a lot about how there are all these job vacancies and small businesses can't find anyone to hire. So what do you make of these latest jobless numbers?
Well, they're the highest since last November, but historically they're still very low. And a year ago at this time, they were above 400,000. So 250,400 were still well below that level, but they are trending up, as we have seen in recent months. That indicates that more people are being separated from their jobs. Companies are trying to position themselves for the risks that they see at the moment and those that lie ahead. And of course, the main thing on their minds is the risk of a recession.
Right.
Let's also talk about the fact that gas prices are falling, but inflation continues to be high. So much as Anne Marie is saying, hey, these numbers seem counterintuitive to what we're sort of seeing, what do these numbers mean?
It means we're making progress on the gasoline price front, but we're not anywhere near where we were a year ago. We're $1.28 a gallon above a year ago, but we're only down about 50 cents from the high nationally, which was just over $5 a gallon. So maybe people are feeling like they're only being hit in the head with a small hammer when they
but
go
still
to
being
gasoline.
hit in the head.
Yeah. So a long way to go, even if we can get to those year-ago levels on gasoline.
Meantime, the dollar has been very, very strong. They just raised the interest rate in Europe, though, and I was asking you what sort of impact is that going to have on the dollar? Will that have an impact on trading?
Yeah. Well, people who are traveling, Americans going to Europe right now, are getting the bargains of 2 decades because the dollar has such significant buying power. On the other side of the equation, and this is the more relevant piece for the broader part of the U.S. economy and our trading partners in Europe, those who are trying to sell goods to Europe are facing some tremendous headwinds because the Europeans cannot afford to buy as much with their weaker currency. But with this 50 basis point increase put in place today, this was in a sense a surprise to the upside with the increase. So they're coming on strong, but they're only basically at zero, whereas our benchmark interest rate set in place by the Fed is between 1.50 and 1.75. So they're at zero. We're almost 2 percentage points above them. And of course, we have a Fed meeting coming up next week where they're expected to raise rates once again.
Let me ask you about the housing market, which does appear to be cooling off, and yet prices and mortgage rates remain really incredibly high. So what are your thoughts on where we're headed?
Housing affordability is a big issue right now, and the increase in mortgage rates has been stunning, and this is really making it almost unaffordable for first-time home buyers. Some might say, though, that this is an appropriate sort of balancing act for the housing market, because we can think back, let's say, a year ago when we heard all of these true reports about people being able to sell a home very easily, bidding wars. That wasn't sustainable. It was one of the many aspects of the pandemic that in a sense were unusual, and so this is an appropriate sort of leveling out of the housing market, but it's going to be a further cool down we should be expecting to watch through the end of the year.
The thing about the housing market is that it can have a major impact on the way the economy grows, and if you don't have first-time home buyers having the ability to get into the market, the trickle-down effect is they don't buy that second house, right? They don't, and so the trickle-down effect goes on for many years.
Indeed, and the fact of the matter is that having home ownership is the key means of acquiring wealth in the United States.
Right.
And we know there are racial inequality issues that go on with that. Now there are going to be generational ones. And what's your alternative to buying a home? It's staying as a renter. And rents have been on the rise as well. So this is a real problem.
I can tell you that. In New York,
there you go.
The median is like almost 5,000. The average is 5,000. The median is like maybe 4,500.
That's right, 4,500.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're still renting because it just doesn't seem advantageous at this point to consider with the rates being what they are. It just doesn't feel, I feel like I get just as much out of renting than I would as being a homeowner. In New York City, maybe different across the country.
Yeah.
And many Americans feel exactly the same way. They feel stuck, and that's not a good situation.
It also feels that, I don't know, in the last 10 years or so, that this notion of owning your own home, which was sort of defined as being part of the American dream, has seemingly become, that notion has eroded quite a bit. I don't know if it's because of the price. Our parents could afford to own their home and also even afford maybe a little beach house in Seaside, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And there's no way anybody, even people that are making above the national average for yearly income, can afford to do that.
Well, part of the problem, and Mark can speak to this, is that even before the pandemic, there was an issue with supply and demand. There's just not enough supply, not enough housing in this country. And during the pandemic, they stopped building houses altogether. So we're already minimum 2 years behind, but probably many more years behind in terms of availability for the people who want to buy houses.
Yeah, builders are facing all kinds of challenges, whether it's the price of labor, the accessibility to land, the availability of that, as well as the steep increase in raw materials like lumber and steel. So this is unfortunately going to continue to be a problem. It's really a systemic problem.
Yeah.
And here's something unusual. Elected officials aren't really doing anything about it.
I talked to somebody who said they thought it was going to be a campaign issue.
It could be one, for sure.
Because, as you said, people are stuck, and they're not happy when they're stuck.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mark, great to have you in the studio.
Great to be here.
Thanks for being
having
with
me.
us. Appreciate it.